So, hey guys, Dr. Anderson here. I'm here with Shannon, and she's here with what's called tarsal tunnel syndrome. And a lot of you have heard of carpal tunnel syndrome in the hands. Well, guess what? You can get the same thing in the foot. And so I'm going to talk to you about orthotics and how they can be used to treat tarsal tunnel syndrome. Because they can be quite successful. And she was really smart in coming in sooner than later and not letting it get too out of hand before she came in. And that's probably the biggest message. If you think you're getting tarsal tunnel syndrome, this video is for you to listen to. Make sure you understand what those symptoms might be like. Better to get in sooner than later because it can become a surgical problem sometimes. So congratulations for doing it the right way, coming in so soon. So Shane, just share with people watching what brought you in, what were your symptoms like?
So I was having a lot of burning sensation in the arch of the foot.
Okay.
Sometimes it was going up to the heel,
okay.
Heel pain, and then that was kind of traveling up the leg on the right foot, and I was having a lot of pain behind my right knee.
Okay.
So, and then I was also having some lower back dullness pain as well. The biggest thing that really caught my attention was I started getting a burning sensation in the arch, and almost felt like...
So it's kind of going down here? I mean, kind of from here, I think you said.
Yes, it was coming across.
And then I think you mentioned it kind of went up a little bit too. Okay.
It was a burning sensation. It almost felt like an electrical pulse.
Right.
Sensation as well.
Okay.
I knew right away that wasn't normal.
Right.
And when I tried to massage it, it hurt.
Okay.
So I'm on my feet all day, and that's just
up a
not
lot, aren't
acceptable.
you?
Yes.
Okay. Pretty active outside of work, or not too much?
I am active outside of work. I have horses. We have a small ranch, and so when I get home from work, I'm outside doing chores.
Doing chores.
Yes.
Like a good ranch person. That's why. Okay, great. So let me kind of pan down here. I'm going to explain to folks. I mean, where the tarsal tunnel is. So right here, it's not here, but it's rather back here. The nerves, they come down your leg, and right in this area, they kind of go around the corner, they come down, and then they have to make about a 90-degree turn to then supply the bottom of your foot. And so one of the things that we know about the feet, there's actually a study out of Johns Hopkins that shows this. The more that your foot pronates, the more that it rolls in. And she does maintain an arch, but she has a bit of pronation. I mean, if you watched her walk, her feet roll in quite a bit. And you even said that you noticed that, boy, it feels kind of cool because my feet don't roll as much.
Exactly.
True? Okay.
That's true.
So the orthotics are helping preventing the roll. When your foot pronates or rolls, what does happen, we know for sure there's a study that shows the pressure within the tarsal tunnel area goes up. The pressure actually goes up. There's more pressure on the soft tissues that are over the nerve branches in this area, and that creates more chance of getting tarsal tunnel. So the other thing when you pronate is that the nerve is being pulled or stretched. I think you can kind of visualize how that would be. You keep the foot here, less pulling, less stretching than when it's going in that fashion. So those are the two things that orthotics help. And I just want to bring her orthotic over here and just kind of show you that's basically all we're doing. It's an insert that goes in her shoes, and it's really helping stabilize the foot, not allowing it to roll in as much. So, and I can't thank her enough because I really think it's awesome that you came here with very early tarsal tunnel syndrome, and it wasn't that bad, because this really knocks it out of the park. It really shows people that it's a really good viable option. Okay.
Yes.
And one other thing I might add, so many people, if they have burning, tingling, numbness in their feet, they're going to lump this into what's called neuropathy.
Makes sense.
And it isn't neuropathy, folks. If you have it and it's primarily on the bottom of your foot, it is not necessarily neuropathy. You have commonly called tarsal tunnel syndrome. It's a lot like carpal tunnel, tarsal tunnel syndrome in the foot, a lot like carpal tunnel syndrome in the hand. It's the same thing in just in the lower extremity. So thank you for sharing. Hopefully this educates some of you that have some early signs of tarsal tunnel and think you might be getting neuropathy. Reconsider, and especially if you haven't seen a specialist, you may be lumped into the folks out there that think they've got neuropathy when in fact it isn't that. So thank you for sharing. And if you have any questions or comments, folks, please consider doing that. And also subscribe to our YouTube channel. I'm very excited because we're almost at 5,000 subscribers, which for a podiatry clinic, I think that's pretty good. So, but thank you for sharing again, Shannon.
You're very welcome.